Before we start, just a couple of housekeeping things. The recital series at First Fund Church is funded by the Middlesex County Office of Arts and History, and we're grateful to them for continually supporting the series. We have 8 recitals a year, 4 in the spring and 4 in the fall. Today is the first recital of the fall 2025 season, so there'll be 3 more every other Wednesday. Today is okay. The performance was followed by a question and answer time, and if you're joining us online, please use the chat feature for any of your questions. We have lunches available downstairs after the performance, and if you're parked in the Church Street deck, please see me for parking vouchers. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy the music, and please introduce yourself.
I will introduce myself. Hi, my name is Audra Mariel. I'm a vocalist, and I started as a jazz vocalist using my name, which is Audra Mariel. And this is a project that I developed about 7 or 8 years ago. Because it is so different from the songbook standard jazz vocals that I would normally be performing, I decided to use a pseudonym, and that pseudonym is Martin Howth. So today I'm Martin Howth. You can call me Martin, you could call me Audra, whichever you prefer. I feel like people have an easier time with Martin because it's easier to remember, and I don't mind being called Martin. So I'm going to start for you. you. So I started it, it's kind of spooky. That was an Irving Berlin song, one that I learned, I figured out how to loop. But the rest of these are going to be originals. I figured I would start where I started, which is songbook standards, so I made that little offering. The rest are going to be songs that I wrote on this little looper. So in this suitcase, I have a 5-track loop station, and I'm recording all of these live, and I have little faders that can bring things in and out. So that's what you're hearing. I so appreciate you being so attentive. Okay. And I do need to hydrate throughout, so cheers. yours till you tear it out. I'm yours till you tear it out. I'm yours till you tear it out. That was about a little girl named Doreen whose autograph book I purchased at a flea market. She was in middle school between 1941 and 1945. And everybody was signing the book, yours till you tear out this page. And that's where that line came from. But it ends up being like a letter to one's younger self, and like, I'm yours till you tear it out, is what that became symbolic of in my brain. Okay, this next one is called axolotl. Is anyone familiar with what an axolotl is? It's a salamander that is native only to Mexico, I think very specifically Mexico City. They're very cute. They look like little Muppets. They're super, super cute. But the thing about them is that they are very resilient. They never age, and they can regenerate their limbs. So if they lose a limb, they can regenerate it. Also, I'm not sure how this was found out in an ethical way, but if you remove one axolotl's arm and remove another axolotl's arm and switch the arms, they will accept the arm as their own arm. They're very resilient creatures. So this one is called axolotl. Dancing feet she weaves. Do they even touch the ground? Her form, the phrase of glides, kneel to rise, kneel to rise. It's easy in dreams. What if she always could? In there she imagined. What if she always could? And waking life cuts in. Soil stays planted feet. She sleeps with her daddy beneath the ground. Her faith betrays her eyes. Where he lies, there he lies. She freezes, refuses to leave. What if she always could? In there she imagined. rhythm, losing footing, losing him. Lose a memory, lose a lover, lose a limb. As she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns. As she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns, as she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns, axolotl, oh, as she turns. Thanks so much. This next one has a critter in the title also, but it's not really about a critter. It's called O Possum. They're like, oh, comma, possum. Even though I think we only have opossum here locally, you won't see a possum. I feel like the animal a possum is not native to this area, but an opossum is. But this song is O, comma, possum. Okay. I'm going to actually be recording this on Saturday in the old historic carousel building in Asbury Park. I'm very excited. When I've been recording recently, because I only ever do this live, I do live takes in different historic spaces, which is fun, and I'm going to be in the carousel on Saturday doing this one. Grip and pick your skin, feeling your smuggled air, weathering his winds. A new trial begins. Oh, trip on your words, reaching terms you've heard time again. Find your voice now and then. Our hearts break. The struggle makes it worse. Who knew? The struggle makes it worse. Oh, who knew you'd flip the switch and run? Who knew you'd flip the switch and run? I'll see you on the other side. I swear, sing it out aloud. I'll see you on the other side. I swear we'll make it out alive. I'll see you on the other side. I swear we'll make it out alive. I'll see you on the other side. I swear we'll make it out alive if you just lie still. Thanks so much. Like I said, that's being recorded on Saturday, and then 100% of the proceeds from that track and anything I create around it is going to be donated to an organization called 180 Turning Lives Around. They provide resources to survivors of domestic and sexual violence and to their families. So that'll be hopefully coming out before the end of the year. I'm not sure, but you know, these things always take a little longer than we hope sometimes, but it will be happening. All right. So this next one is an older one, and I opened the set with a little Irving Berlin for you because that's my jazz roots, and I was talking to my new friends about how I was an actor first. My training is in the theater, and mostly classical text and Shakespeare. And this is a little Shakespeare lesson that nobody asked for, but I'm going to offer it to you. There's a line that even if you don't read a lot of Shakespeare, you may have heard quoted or misquoted. The line that the piece of the line that y'all hear most often is, "If music be the food of love, play on." Have people heard this line before? If music be the food of love, play on. So that's not the end of the line. There's no end stop at the end of that line. I believe there's a semicolon, which actually means that, oh, I have more to elaborate on with this thought. So when we hear that piece of the line, you can misinterpret it. Punctuation is very important. When we hear, if music be the food of love, play on, it's all these oohs and ah vowels, and it's like, it sounds like, ooh, I love love, and ooh, I love music, and oh, just keep playing music, because I love love and I love music. But that's not what the line means. So the line continues. If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it. That surfeiting, the appetite may sicken, and so die. Which means, if music feeds love, if love thrives on music, keep playing so that I become so full of love, so overly full of love that it makes me sick, and I will never want love again. That is what the line actually means. And I've heard it misquoted when I was teaching. It was misquoted in a children's book, which made me a little upset. But I see like that, just that piece of that's not really the whole story. So this song is called Surf It, and it utilizes that feeling. It taps that feeling evoked by this line, and it also quotes the line. Here we go. Papaya pa, papaya pa, papaya pa, papaya pa, papaya pa, papaya pa, papaya is a four-letter word. Then again, so is love, the one I've learned to throw away. The other I swallow down each day, till belly full it spills from my throat and falls on deaf ears. You're not listening, how embarrassing. You're not listening, how embarrassing. Want is a much better word. You're not listening, then perhaps only safe, but safer yet say none at all. How embarrassing. Words to betray as I recall, but acts will scream while lips seal and I'll fall. Bruised as it is. You're not listening, how embarrassing. 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 It's dreadful, this headful, embarrassing. What is how embarrassing. This heart to the brim surface sick with love. He spied for his sight set on more than how embarrassing. A change in him, the serpent said, how embarrassing. Chooses a on which I often joke. He'd choose me, but I should have known. He'd use me for a stepping stone. This brittle bone, the choice to walk on gets out and stops my breath. I hear you say you're so good to me, but it's more than hospitality when you can't say the words to me. You'd rather condescend. If music be the food of love, that word I Gives me the appetite to play and all that serves so gives me the appetite to play and all that serves so gives me the appetite to play and all that serves so gives me the appetite to play and all that serves so gives me the appetite to play and all that serves so. I guess I can do one more, yeah, or so? Okay. I was going to do like a cover song, but I think I'm just going to do another original song. You have a lot of questions? Should I just not do, should I skip? No, I'll do one more? I'll do one more? Okay. Okay, I'll do one more. So I'll let you choose. I was either going to do, I'll tell you what it is. So when I cover these songs, like they never sound like the original. It always sounds so different. So I was either going to do Rock and Roll Suicide by David Bowie. Do you like David Bowie? Which would be so strange. I felt like weird to do that here if it's like, because we're in church. Okay, good, good. I could either do Rock and Roll Suicide by David Bowie or a song that I wrote that's about how much I talk to myself, called Lather, Rinse, Repeat. Those are the the Bowie one is fun. Do you like David Bowie? Do you like him well enough? All right, why don't we just do that one? Let's try that one. It's not going to sound, it's not going to quite sound like it. Oh my God, it's like my heartbeat. Time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth. You pull on your finger, then another finger, then a cigarette. The wall-to-wall is calling, it lingers, then you forget. Oh, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. You're too old to lose it. choose it, and the clock waits so patiently on your song. You walk past the cafe, but you don't when you've lived too long. Oh no, 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 you're a rock and roll suicide. Chef's brakes are snarling as you stumble across the road, but the day breaks instead, so you hurry home. Don't let the sun blast your shadow, don't let the milk float ride your mind. They're so natural, religiously unkind. Oh, no, love, you're not alone. You're watching yourself, but you're doing fair. You got your head all tangled up, but if I could only make you care, you're not alone. Not alone. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Give me yours. You're Thanks so much. So that's all of my offerings. I'll answer any questions you have. Yes.
Do you ever lose your place or get distracted by the things you record? They're in your ear and you're supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like it can get very confusing.
Yeah. So this is kind of terrifying. It never stops being scary to do this. Because it is like really vulnerable thing to do, and if you make a mistake, the mistake loops. So it is, it does challenge our ideas of perfection. There's never perfect performance, and there's often times where I actually have to be like, oops, I made a mistake, and just go back and redo it. But there are times that I get distracted, or sometimes the way sound reverberates, it'll confuse, like I'll hear things wrong, which is sometimes while you're, in here, I could hear this really well. But I'm putting these on, my headphones on to use as a monitor so I can hear, like if I have to do a percussive sound.
Through the headphones you hear everything?
I can. It's tough because the gain out is the gain out to that speaker, so I don't want to turn it up too
The
high.
rhythm is important.
Yeah, it's all pretty important.
Where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. But so the name Martin Howth was, so it's a spoonerism, the phrase heart and mouth, to have your heart in your mouth is to be like really nervous. And that's where it started. I switched the spoonerism, switched the first two letters, and it became a person's name. And I'm like, well, I'm a person, I'm one person doing all this, so I like that it's a person's name. And I like that it's a name different from my own, so I could use this as like an alias. But it is scary to do every time for that reason. Anything can go wrong. Yeah, you can get confused and lose your place, sure.
technology makes them, so these loops can sync. I have them synced, but I still have to time when I hit the buttons properly, because if some, even though they're synced to play in time with one another, if I don't hit it at the right time, it ruins everything. Which I encountered with my heartbeat at the top of that last song. The way I hit the button, it wasn't, the cycle wasn't timing out right, so I had to time my next loop differently, and it broke my brain for a moment. I had to really look at, there's a little flashing light that goes around, and I had to time it properly, not where I felt it in my body in the time that I would usually do it. I had to do it at a different time so that it would move. So it definitely does happen, for sure. Yeah. For the technology, yeah.
Very cool. No, I'm just.
Oh, you're just saying, well, thanks. Yeah, this was born of like kind of insecurity. I don't play an instrument. I was never proficient enough on an instrument to accompany myself. I tried.
It reminds me of playing an instrument, what you're doing now.
Well, this is the only instrument I know how to use. I figured I would just explore how to use it.
Your voice has a lot of range too, and I guess you use that a lot where you sing very low parts and then kind of go up quite high so that they all kind of can blend in there.
I may have missed it, but is it all still in there, or once you
I deleted it. I deleted it.
You can
So I don't pre-record anything, and then I don't usually save them. Like I just kind of it's all deleted. It happened, and then it's I was in the theater. I love live performance. I love things happening for the first time every time, and I love that it's also like the last. This is the very unique experience of the now. So that's part of why I like doing it this way. I've been asked like, why don't you use? You could, it would enhance your performance if you pre-recorded tracks. You could modulate. You could do so many more things, and I'm like, this is what I prefer. This is like the point of this is to do it this way. So.
Amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's fun.
You're into antiques too, I see.
I am. This used to be, someone made this and modeled it after a table that I had that was like, I think it was something that was maybe in like a funeral home where they put the guest book, but it didn't collapse. So I was lugging around this big table with these legs that were always open, and someone made this, which is essentially like a giant TV tray, but he made it to the specs of the other table and to like the height that I needed it to. But this is an antique suitcase for sure.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
Yeah, it's great because it's perfectly sized, and then I get to use it like it becomes this little office space, where all of my stuff, like my mugs in here. I use this to find my pitch. These are all of my set lists that I've ever done. I keep them very superstitious. I write them on postcards and I keep them in here so that I have them. But yeah, and I feel a little safer because I can I'm a little less exposed, even though everything is exposed. It's kind of a psychological thing. So it's fun.
Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you so much for
Did John
listening.
tell you that part of this building is apartments for women survivors of domestic violence?
I did not know that.
On the other side of the walls.
This is a massive church, it's huge. It's seated like 1,200 people
Wow.
in its day.
Yeah, it's long-term supportive housing.
That's fantastic. That's wonderful.
So they're on the
We
other
have
side of these
10,
walls.
believe it or not, there's 10 units back there.
That's incredible.
2-bedroom, 1-bedroom and studio. And then the old Great Vicar's house is
Yeah.
also a family. And
Wow.
we're trying to put 6 more units in the big stone building on
The
the
brick building.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that. I'm very new to this. I visited CoLab before because I've done some work with them through a theater local to where I live. So I feel like I've only been here once or twice to this building, and I'm not very familiar with the church and this side of things. But that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Good
We
use
didn't
of
need the
space.
space anymore, right? The
That's,
church just had so many people that
Yeah.
you had so few in there, it really felt cold, and
yeah.
this is a little bit more appropriate for the size of our congregation now.
It's a beautiful space, beautiful sounding
sound.
space.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh.
Well, you're at the level of the balconies. These are the original balcony pews.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
there was, where you came in downstairs, you would walk down main aisles that went to the altar. It was like half a mile away.
It's a tremendous, tremendous building.
We had a nice online audience today.
Did you?
Oh, good.
Are the recordings, are they archived, the broadcasts? Do they remain up after the fact?
Yes.